Hi everyone, and welcome to a pick a card reading for Aquarius for October 2020. Please choose from one of the three piles. We have one with the little book, two with the little scepter, and three with some witch's powder. So go ahead, I'll give you a minute to choose which one you want. Ready? Great, let's get started. We'll start with number one, the book. Move these aside. And these aside. I will be using all three decks. It's really just to get you started to choose your number, but I will be using all three decks. I'll start with Lenormand first, and then we'll move on to tarot, and last we'll do an oracle card reading. Pile one. And I'll give you a last one. That one wanted to come out. Okay, cool. So it looks like you're going to be faced with a decision or a choice that you're going to need to make in the month of October. It seems like an important choice, something that you have emotionally invested in a long time. It could be work related, or it could be something where you might have had your have an inkling about something, or doubts about something sneaky going on, or something that maybe was hidden, or something that you kind of couldn't put your finger on. This is kind of a sneaky card. It could also be work related. This is a choice, and then this is emotional. So something certainly that is an emotional decision for you that you're very emotionally invested in. Okay. And then you have a conflict. It could be something that is already something that's overtly conflictive at this point, or an argument that you had that's kind of led you to want to make a decision or a choice this coming month. But this could also be punishment. So you might be feeling a little bit as if you have some sort of punishment, or you're feeling punished, or you're deciding whether you kind of want to go and punish someone for what they did or said, or however they treated you. So let's take some tarot clarifiers. Oh, that one, that one, that one. Let me move these up so you can see them. So you have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be work related. I also have the 8 up here. So this could be work related, career related, anything like that. This again is also combative energy. It's very conflicting. It's you having to stand your ground on things. It's arguments, fights, that sort of thing, but you kind of being on the not defensive, but you already having achieved something and wanting to keep it. And so it's almost like maintaining your status, maintaining what you already have, what you've already won, what you've already accomplished. There is a woman here present. It could be you. Again, this is emotions. Cups are emotions. So something you feel you care very much about, something, even if it's work related, it's something that you're emotionally invested in. I also have another woman here, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, this is getting good. You have the King of Swords here, and let's see, this is a lot of fighting, guys. What's going on? This is, again, you being on the defensive about something emotional, maybe you guarding your heart about what's to come. I do see something, possibly another woman at work. This could be a boss or someone that's very in their head about something. So if this is a romantic situation, it could be two women are in the picture and there's a man trying to decide between the two people. It doesn't need to be romantic. It could be a sister against another sister, a mom, a grandmother, a friend, but there's two female energies. I'm not going to say they're necessarily women because energies are a little bit different, but there's two feminine energies, and then there's a masculine or a yang figure here, but there's a lot of fighting here. So let me see what the oracle has to say. And we have a Halloween oracle for October because we have Halloween in October, so thought it would be fun. Let's see what the oracle. Whoop. That one totally popped out. You have vampire, emotional intelligence. We have been talking about emotions for you nonstop. Yes, emotional intelligence. So please be wise about what you say, what you do, how you react. Again, you're going to be very emotionally invested in this. It's almost that sort of thing where you don't want to let your emotions blind you to the situation, because there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of conflict. And this man right here, whoever it is, whether he's the one making the decision or this decision is affecting him directly, it's about him, he's in his head about it. So he's going to take a very logical, rational approach to the whole thing. He's not going to be guided by either emotions or necessarily by the materialistic. So he's going to think for himself, and he's going to make the decision based off of what's the best route logically. And this is head emotion, head energy. This is heart energy. This is physical, material, money or practicality, that sort of thing. So there you go. That is your reading number 1 for October for Aquarius, October 2020. So let's move on to reading number 2. Reading number 2 is the scepter. Such a pretty little scepter. I thought it was adorable when I saw it. Okay, let's get started. So reading number 2. What is to come, Aquarius, for October 2020? Oh, what? Choice again? You too, huh? Okay. Cool. Well, this is clear. This is mother, son, mother-daughter energy. And there's some kind of decision being made in the month of October about it. It could be relating to a child. It could be the beginning and the start of something new. Usually the child card is just the child card. That's how I do it. So let's get some clarifiers here. There we go. This one. This one. Same. Okay. So there is some conflict here. There's something that you're going to be kind of defensive about. There's some incoming communication coming in very quickly for you. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of fast moving energy. The Fool is also someone like an Aries. You could be an Aries, your child could be an Aries, or you could be in a situation where there's a child involved or an Aries involved. In any case, this is about new starts. This is about beginning a new adventure, a new season, a new phase of life, some new project. But this is incoming momentum, and things are moving very, very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that you might be resistant to this change or this decision that needs to be made. I almost see like a mother figure defending her child in some sort of situation, or being on the defensive about keeping it, or keeping your child either safety or something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But this decision feels like it needs to happen quickly. There's a clock on this thing. I almost feel like time's up. Time's up. You have to either make a choice, you have to make a decision, or you're put in a situation where you have to make a decision quickly. You don't have that much time to think about it. It's almost like it's almost like an impulsive thing, an instinctual thing that needs to happen. But so make sure you check your feelings, your intentions, your motivations, and things like that in order to be able to be level-headed about the decision that you need to make. Okay, so let's get an oracle card for you. And this will be advice for you. This one. You got the eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So this kind of reminds me of that that belief that every decision, every action that you do in life comes from one of two places, either love or fear. Everything, whether it's drinking coffee in the morning, going to go get coffee instead of making coffee in the morning, whether it's dating someone, not dating someone, calling them back, not calling them back, showing up for work late or on time. Everything you do is based out of love or fear. Fear of reprimand if you're late getting to work, or love because you love your job, and even though you're running late, you do it because you have other things you got to catch up on, or you need enough sleep to do a good job the next day, right? So are you running away from something, or are you running to something? You have to focus on love. So wherever you can gather your thoughts, that safe place, that happy place, that place that is born out of love, that's where you want your headspace to be before all of this kind of rush. And I don't want to say chaos because I don't see chaos, but I do see kind of like a rush coming in, and this thing being needing to be rushed into. Okay, so be in that space of love. Do not be in that space of fear. That's going to come back and bite you in the butt. So eternal love, just remember that. And obviously the mother, there's nothing more pure than a mother's love and a child's love for their mother. I mean, that's just the most beautiful, natural sort of love. So just focus on that, okay, and try to not be so much in the space of fear for the coming month of October. Aquarius, you're going to be fine. Stay in your happy place. Okay, let's do reading number 3. Reading number 3 is the little witch's powder. That was so adorable. It's cute. It's super glittery purple. I don't know if it comes out in the light. You, group 3 Aquarius, group 3 for October 2020. What are you getting into? What can you expect? Got it. Okay. Again, child. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, again, children is going to be at the forefront. Or even youth, feeling young again, that sort of feeling like the world is open to you, it's your oyster, and feeling, just kind of happy about it and faithful and hopeful. That's kind of what I'm getting. I do feel like there's going to be, if any of you know that serenity prayer in Christianity, it says something like, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this is asking you to focus on the things you cannot change, the serenity part of the whole thing. The things that are just there that you can't do anything about, it's coming into acceptance of those things. And it's building bridges to the things that you want to get. Sometimes those things that we can't change are actually avenues to getting us to where we want to go. Even though it doesn't feel that way, even though you think that you need to be in control 100% of the time in order to force things or move things or maneuver into the direction that you want, it's actually not true. Sometimes things just happen. Blocks happen also, right? Like rejection is God's protection, that sort of thing. But just remember that there are kind of bridges that are being built in order for that to happen, but you need to be able to be in a space of acceptance and serenity about the things you can't change, okay? So let's get some clarifiers. That sort of feeling of serenity, of accepting things you can't change, it's going to make you feel anew also. It's going to make you feel hopeful because it liberates you and it frees you, even though we all want to be in control of our situations on it, you know, obviously, who doesn't want to like know what's going on and plan for it. It will liberate you and free you, and that in and of itself will build bridges to get you to where you need to go and be. Okay. So some sort of truth is going to be coming out about some conflict that you've been having, whether it's arguments. It could be arguments, it could be external, but I feel like this is more of an internal energy. So something you've been conflicted about, or you've been in two minds about, something that you weren't sure about, something you can't or haven't been able to make a decision about, or you've been at a, you know, you've been in a place where you can't make a decision because you don't have all the information. You're going to have all the information. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Okay? You'll be in the know. You'll be in the know. You'll be learning something new. You'll get some kind of information that you need to be able to move forward. It might not be pretty. It might not be what you want. It might not, it might be scary. But it'll be clear and you'll be able to make a decision. And it actually benefits you. It might almost feel like it's not going to benefit you in the short term, but it actually benefits you in the long term. That's what it feels like. Because again, that's here and that's here. This is victory and this is getting to where you need to be. This is building bridges. Do not burn any bridges also. That's like a big no-no for that card. That's a big warning. Like, do not, just think long term. Think big picture, where you want to end up, where you want to go. Don't pay any attention to all the small little nonsense, gossip, you know, office drama sort of thing. Play the politics game. Get to where you need to be. Let go of the things you can't, you know, the externalities that you have no power over. But yeah, things will be clear. If you were unsure about something, things will be clear. Okay, advice card. Ancestors, I knew I was going to get that card for one of these pick-a cards. I felt it. All right, ancestors. And ancestor says, the love and legacy of our DNA. This is about us connecting to our grandparents, our ancestors that have passed on, our parents, if that's the case, but it's basically our lineage and us being true to ourselves, our identity, our, just parts of our identity that we understand. You know, people from different parts of the country or people from different parts of the world have different value systems. What are your value systems, and how did you get yours? How are they passed on to you from your whoever raised you? It doesn't need to be biological parents. It could be adopted parents. It could be aunts and uncles and grandparents that raised you that weren't mom and dad, biologically, step parents if that's the case. Whatever it is, how did their values get passed on to you? What do you value? What's important to you? Look at the big picture. Again, this is big picture stuff, not small picture. Don't worry about the short-term battles. Worry about the big, you know, who's going to win the war? You're going to win the war. How are you going to make that happen? Let go of some of the things. Pick your battles, right? Know which battles are worth fighting for and which ones are not. Okay. Well, number 3, I hope you liked it. And at the end of every video, what I do is I pick out of my bag to see what zodiac sign I'm going to do next. So here's my little bag. Let's shuffle. Let's pick a zodiac sign for the next video. Who's it going to be? And it is Aries. Cool. All right, Aries. I'll see you later. Aquarius. Had so much fun. Thanks. Have a good month of October for 2020. Bye.